Hello everybody. Streaming game design, game dev shit. So this is one of the games I'm working on. Codename Row. I probably said it on stream before. The actual name of the game, but let's not worry about that. So I decoupled this from something else I was gonna do with it, so now it's just kind of its own thing now. And I don't want to get into too many details because I'll spoil things. But this is just one of the characters that you get to play as. There's 4 characters you get to choose from. I'm currently in the process of fixing things. I got a bunch of things I got to fix. So the texture is actually already done for this character. I just wanted to fix it because I wanted to use the layers, the proper layers right here. What I did is when I first painted it, I forgot to select the correct layer. I was stuck in base color, and I did all my detail work on one layer, and I couldn't separate it. So that sucked. I could go in, I could recolor it. It's not a big deal, but it's just a force of habit. I want to force myself to redo it the right way. So screen is for highlights, multiply is for shadows and detail. Saturation is to just change everything, all the color, how vibrant the color is to how dull the color is. And then the base colors are just the colors you pick for all the different parts. This also helps to like make something as well. If you base color everything, it's like, oh, okay, this should be this color, this should be that color, and it helps get things moving. Because you have something to work off of. At least for me, that's how it works for me. So let me make sure this is working. Okay, it looks like it's working. So yeah, I just gotta go in. I gotta put some darkness, kind of like this right here. These little things. I got some glitches in here. I gotta fix. Which would just be the base color. Just go to base color. Just paint it out. If it don't paint out, you're most likely gonna have to turn up your bleed setting or change your angle. Blender's weird with this kind of stuff. If it doesn't, am I in the right tool? Sometimes I second guess myself. It's like, what the fuck? Not in selection mode. Okay, yeah, I'm in the wrong tool because it's not painting at all. Hang on. Okay, got the yellow. Strange. I was just painting earlier. Well, I can't paint on the head. That's separate. Oh! Make sure you have your object selected, everybody. Not vertex paint, texture paint. These colors. So now it should work. Let's hang on. I better switch this back. You don't want too much bleed. I also learned something recently. If you're struggling to paint seams, to paint them out by hand in 3D, it's most likely your islands, the 2D stuff. So let me drag this down. Your islands right here, they're not close enough. I didn't know that. I just learned that recently. I've been struggling with that for years. I'm like, why won't it fucking paint over the goddamn seam? That's because your islands with the correlating seam. So it has to be one island with a seam, and another island with a matching seam where they would meet up. those have to be within a certain proximity of each other on the actual texture. You can't have one of those islands in the corner and then the other island in the other corner. The related uh, uh, islands need to be together. I didn't notice this as much on characters, but in my maps, I'd make maps and like, why is this not working? It's because the fucking islands are too far away. I didn't know that. I thought Blender did it all that for you. I thought it just calculated from the seams. Like, if you paint on this seam, it automatically knows where the other seam is and paints on that. I guess that was too CPU intensive, and that's not how they programmed it. It's literally from island to island. So the closer they are to each other, the easier you're going to have painting on seams using the bleed function. So like that. Also, I can get the actual color I want. Yeah. Just like that, paint it out. Grant, you should still, when you're making a character and you're marking seams, you should still do that because it'll help you compartmentalize your model. Because if you don't do that and you just do like smart UV unwrap and it just decimates the UVs and it's just a bunch of random nonsense, you can do that and it will work and you can paint on it immediately. But it's going to make it harder to modulate the your character unless you build everything as a separate object inherently. If you mark the seams, it should, if I'm not crazy, yeah, if you mark your seams, you see how I double click that? You can quickly select different parts of the body if you build your character correctly, just by double clicking. This is a custom control. You could go in the settings and set it. For me, I made it double left click, so I could select all these different parts with just a left click, because I broke it down into the parts that I wanted to work on it separately. So yeah, I still think that's an important skill to have if that's the way you want to do it. Just because it, my headphone, that just makes it easier to modulate things. But if you don't need to, like if you just want quick and dirty, and you just need to go, you could do that. Just smart UV unwrap, paint it, export it, animate it, rig it, whatever. You could do that. But if you ever need to modulate or change things, you're gonna have to go back, and that's not gonna be nice. It's gonna be kind of annoying, especially if you have to redo like the UVs and stuff. It's just gonna be a mess. Looks like I missed something here, or no, it's clipping. Okay, that's the T-pose of clipping. That's fine. It's low poly. The default position is rotates the arms back a bit too far, but that's fine. That's not an issue. All right. I think that got rid of all the glitches. I think what happened is I grabbed the green color in the background. That's for the hood icons. So like, I can pose the character holding like a gun. I can render it, and then I can make an icon showing her holding the gun or something. But it's for the hood. Anyways, so now I can switch to multiply. This is, I don't think, so this doesn't really, the layer system is not something that is enabled by default. I think it comes with Blender now. You gotta go into the, is this showing this? It's not showing it. Alright, hang on, I'm gonna bring it up, hang on. So you go to File, Preferences, you go to this, and then you go to Add-ons, and then you go to you just have layers. So I think this is the same person. They seem to be the same person. One of these I downloaded. I think it was has painted layers. or it was this one. I don't know. I downloaded a plugin, and this one works exactly like the plugin I downloaded, but I think it comes with one. This one says it's still in development. I don't use that one. I don't know. It probably works. And then there's this one. This is Core, so I guess it came with it. I don't know. If it doesn't come with Blender, you can get it. Here's the people who made it. This probably works too. I never tried it though. So yeah, there's that. Super important. I mean, you could do layers manually in Blender, but you won't get to see all the like you won't see the whole stack together unless you fuck with your nodes and do it manually, because you can do it manually in the texture nodes, but I don't got time for that. That fucking sucks. That's stupid. Blender should have had layers from the get-go, because they've always had texture painting. Layers should always have been part of it. I just think that's ridiculous. Every paint program has layers, except I guess like Microsoft Paint. But the new one probably has layers. I bet. Alright, hang on. Let me go back here. There we go. Anyways, so now I can switch my colors. So now I'm in the multiply layer, which you can also add more layers if you need them for more filters and stuff. You just go to your tools, go to the bottom, just hit the plus button, you'll add another layer, and you can select the blending mode. Get different interesting effects. You can change the opacity. You can even make it negative, which is pretty crazy. Alright. So, actually, instead of painting, I'm going to finish up the shirt. And I am going to use the smear brush, which is probably my favorite brush. I really like the smear brush. It's like finger painting. It's really nice. I guess it's just like painting in general. I need to touch up. There's a spot here that's bothering me. Oops, that's fine. I can fix that later. Just clean it up. Go back to multiply, or make sure you change your layers, or you'll regret it. Gray again. Damn it! There's more green shit. I knew I was gonna miss something. Go back to base color. Yeah, that's right. I think that's right. No, that's the eyeliner. Just paint that out. Go back to. Also, I have to add on to the armor. The torso right here is actually incomplete, and I think the back is incomplete too. I don't know. I need more references. But the front of this is supposed to look like some really old style armor. I got references. It's not gonna look exactly like it. It's gonna look like let me see. I think is this? That did not work. Well, I tried. I just made the screen black. We're not gonna worry about it. I think because it's a what do I full screen it? Is that why it didn't work? Hey, there we go. So it's gonna look kind of like that. It's gonna look more circular. I'm gonna add that like circle part to the bottom of it. And I'm probably gonna add like more the shoulder strappage, because it doesn't have shoulder strappage currently. It's just kind of glued on. If I go back, and then right here, so I mean it has a like, this ain't really a strap, it's just like armor stuff. This part right here has no strappage, it's just kind of glued on, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. The cool thing about layers is you can go back and fix things without breaking stuff, which is really nice. You can just fix it. I don't have like all the dark detail stuff. I don't have to worry about accidentally painting over it or something, I can just not worry about shit and just paint. Granted, I mean, I'm getting like super close up. I'm doing shit nobody's gonna notice, but I notice it, and that bothers me. So that's good enough for me. Like, I highly doubt anyone's gonna care or notice all this small stuff I'm working on. Like this green, this little green dot here. If I left this here, I don't think anybody after the game's out would notice this. Maybe like an art snob who hates retro games. Like a graphics elitist or something. Depending on how annoying the pixel bleed / seam painting is, I might just not bother. Like if there's like a specific dot that pisses me off, I'll just go over here and I'll paint it out manually. But yeah, it's cool. This green bit down here is actually it used to be the helmet, but I changed it to, it's actually gonna be a shoulder plate. It's got like the green camo color. I'm gonna change it because that's the wrong color for the area you're in. There we go. So now I can go back to multiply. Go back to my smear brush. I can just start smearing things. It's really fun. It's really satisfying. Creating the illusion of shading and clothing folds. I just kind of like to vibe it out. I'm not trying to be specific here. I'm like, okay, fold A goes here, fold B goes here. I don't work that way. I just kind of, does that look cool? Does it look right to me? And it's like, if the answer is yes, I move on. Does it look too dirty? Maybe touch it up. Does it look, you know, like I just ask myself multiple questions as I work on it. Does it look too clean? Because that's the thing too. Ah, shit. These are the corners. I'm not using any, I want to say normal mapping. I'm not using normal mapping. So there's not going to, the lighting is not going to do anything for like nooks and crannies. The lighting's going to be pretty basic, like just in general. So doing this manual shading will help a lot. Also, I like doing this. It's fun. This just a bit, just don't look right to me. Testing. Alright, this audio seems to be working. Testing. Okay. I was freaking out for a second. So actually, another mistake I made was, well, I guess not really a mistake, but this is actually the finalized model, minus the armor part. So I actually have no mirror modifier on this. If that happens and you got to work on a finalized model, depending on which way it's rotated, there's a mirror option right here. Does it show my cursor? It kind of does. not a, yeah, since I'm showing a window, it doesn't show the cursor, unfortunately. But over here, it does show the circle select, so that's cool. Right there is the mirror tool. And it's just simply click it and it turns it on and off. You can even do weird stuff, like if you wanted to, you could like paint it mirrored and then turn it off and then make one side lopsided for whatever reason. But make sure you do backups if you don't want to make it permanent. Alright, let's get down. There's a spot I missed. I'll have to fix that. See, the problem right here is now I've blended it too much and it just looks like a color change. So I gotta go back. Or you can undo. There is an undo. So, Control Z, Control Z, Control Z. Now the undo is limited. So we'll go there. You only get so many undos. There we go, that looks a little better. There's kind of like a roof shape there. That's what I'm looking for. I do need to go back. So these jaggies, if you're wondering about the jaggies, if I go back to base colors, there's a blur tool. And you can use the smear tool as well, but it's a bit strong. But you can use the blur tool. This will get rid of the jaggies. Ugh. Ow. Maybe you want to. So, I mean, depending on your style, maybe you want to keep the jaggies because you can fill it in. You can have like another layer, and you can fill it in with like black lines or something. I don't know. It depends on what you're going for. Oh, my knee. Oh god, my knee. It hurts. Oh. Alright, anyways, so go back to... I forgot the belt. The belt needs more, it's got nothing on it, it's just brown. It's okay, I'll try to fix that. I'm in the wrong layer. I guess art's pretty subjective, so you kind of gotta get a feel for it. Because this might not look like clothing folds to somebody else. It might just look like dirt. I think it looks a little bit like both. It looks a bit grimy, but it also looks like there's like shadow and light and stuff. Just gonna get it just right. This holster's kind of getting on my nerves. Don't forget to save. Always save. Save all images, actually. Oh, I gotta select the object. Okay, I just being impatient. That's bad. Let's up this a little bit. You don't want it too high because the smear tool is insane if it gets too high. It's like I don't know. It's weird. So we got a seam issue here. I don't know what dithering is. I looked it up once and I forgot. I usually via jaggies. I usually deal with those last, just because they tend to just keep showing up over and over, like they're a nuisance. They don't go away. So I feel like it should be saved for the last step. Alright. There we go. Kind of go like a circle motion or like a snaky circle motion. I feel like it makes a lot of cool shapes. And right now, I actually don't have a perfect mirror because I don't have. First of all, I don't have a mirror modifier, and I think the model, even though it's finished, is not perfectly symmetrical on the x-axis. I think one side's slightly longer than the other side. It's like by the smallest pixel, I think, which is fine. I don't mind that. Just fine with me. I don't care. Not a big deal. The only thing that bothers me is not having a workflow, a non-destructive workflow. So like if something needs to change or be updated, I want to be able to recover what I just made. With animations, that's a bitch. There's so many ways your armature can just fuck up everything. The bone roll, the parenting and the chains of the bones, the inverse chromatic settings. There's just so many things. This, I guess the scale, but the scale's not really an issue. But holy crap! There's so many things that can go wrong. I had to do a lot of trial and error and stuff. To multiply. Actually, I gotta paint now, so let me grab that. I gotta do the skin. So this is actually not really skin. It's actually like fur. Some splotches on it. So I'm gonna smear that and make it look like fur. Same thing over here. It's not gonna be like super furry, if that makes sense. It's just gonna be like a hint of the head I have to do completely separate because it's a separate object. Because it has to be, because because of Godot's restrictions of one material per object, if I want the face to be animated in a more retro traditional way with textures, I had to completely isolate the head from everything else. The hair is separate, the horns are separate. Actually, I should just say the head and face and neck are separate. Everything else is in the same model. But literally, it's just the head and face. The hair, the horns, the ears, the arms, the armor, all of that is together in one object because none of that's going to change unless I add decapitations and stuff, which I probably will, but not right now. I know how to do it, but it's not a priority. Um, I'd require extra assets for all the different parts, like where you cut off the limb. Unless I did it programmatically and I have it check for any empty meshes or meshes with holes in them and then fill it and then have it slap a texture on it the moment it happens. That sounds resource intensive though. Um, Now, hang on, everybody. I actually made all the levels are done. It's just level 2 and level 3 they gotta be textured. Level 2 is actually randomly generated, so every time you play the game it's different. Level 1 is just for you to get your bearings, explore a bit, goof off. And then level 2 is like the meat of the game. Level 3 is like the finale. Like that's the end game. My face! I'm having like an allergy attack. I feel like I'm dried out. I'm gonna go back to base colors real quick. And just to make a pinkish color. There. I don't know how accurate this is, but it feels right. A weird fleshy color. I know The goat people are actually they're aliens, and some of them could be like mutants and stuff, like genetically modified. They're enslaved by humans. In my game, humans are the bad guys. They're like super not nice to anybody. There's other bad guys. It's not just the humans. There's a lot of bad guys. It's the focus of the game is more character based than anything else. You got like all your different. Oh, I'm in the wrong layer again. Yeah, watch those layers, man. Yeah, like you got all the cool different factions and world building and stuff, but ultimately I want it to be character story based, about the characters and the player's decisions. Hello, hi, Spears Dracona. So the game. It's a third-person shooter, but it's gonna have like some RPG elements. It's gonna be really oddly kind of basic, if that makes sense. Risk of Rain 2 is what inspired me to make it, because I was trying to mod Risk of Rain 2, and that was a horrible experience, and I was like, this is so difficult, I could just make a game. That would probably be easier, so I was like, I'm just gonna do that. Because I've modded games before in the past. I modded Halo and stuff. But yeah, it's gonna be like Risk of Rain 2, but I'm just gonna be more narrative focused. Risk of Rain 2 is kind of just like my game will have that. It's gonna be more story focused, and it's gonna be like, I don't know, action story, I guess. I don't know. It's not gonna be anything crazy. It's gonna be my first game. It's not gonna be nothing crazy. Unless, because there's a game I really want to make, after I make this, there's a game I really want to make, and when I make that, I might come back to this game and add on to it. It depends. It's going to be multiplayer co-op, so it's going to have a story, you got different characters, and it's technically a shooter game, but it's like sci-fi fantasy, so you got different classes. You got like a wizard, you got a shooter, you got like a melee guy. So it's like fantasy. It's like D&D, but in space, essentially. I mean, it kind of needs to be co-op because of the premise, like how I've designed it. It would be a miserable experience with AI bots. It would also be probably too hard solo, like if you try to play it by yourself. Thank you, I appreciate that. It is going to be a kind of short game because it's a roguelike. You die once, you got to start over. But every time you play it, it's like something different happens. Ah, shit. But yeah, like I would say like the gameplay genre would be like Risk of Rain 2. Definitely falls into that category. But in Risk of Rain 2's defense, it's not all shooty. There's a lot of melee characters, and there's a lot of weird characters in Risk of Rain. Especially if you get like the mods. They just get like straight up wizards and shit. Ah. That should be fine. So I have to blur these jaggies. And they're too close on the belt. Yeah, oh my god, Risk of Rain's great, especially with friends. The only problem is it has like no story. It's like there's like 2 cutscenes and that's it. And there's one boss. Well, I guess there's technically multiple boss fights, but they're kind of all similar. To me, I feel like there's just like one. There's really just like one boss, and it's the main boss. All the other bosses are like mini bosses. You know, this also the game is gonna be Creative Commons and open source. I'm gonna be streaming a lot more of it. Uh, so like once the game's done, first of all, it's gonna be free. You don't have to buy it. Uh, and anybody could take it and like make their own game with it. It's like a really basic, simple, like base game that somebody else could take and modify if they want. Right now, I'm just doing art stuff. Also, if anybody's curious, the game engine's Godot. Some people say Godot. I like to say Godot. Okay. Make sure I did that correctly. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Yeah, I used to watch a lot of Bob Ross because he just had a really nice painting videos. Oops. Yeah, Bob Ross is great. Oof, this seam is really fucked up. I'll have to fix that later. Yeah, I agree. That's that technique where it puts the white on the canvas and then like I don't know if he's using oil or water, but it makes it like really slick and it makes it easier to blend colors. I don't do it that way. I just paint my paint straight onto paper, and it's a lot harder to spread around. Yeah, I'm cheap. I just use acrylics. I mean, art's for everybody. You don't need to know anything to do art. You can just jump into it. Like just making something makes you an artist. That's my personal opinion. Yeah, I think art should be for everybody, personally. Jesus, the default twist on that wrist is crazy. Look at that. Oh my god. That's not really a problem because it's just a T-pose, but that's crazy. Look at. The seam. I want it to be a lot more subtle with the body colors. That makes sense. Um, but yeah, the plan for this game is to get it done this year. I don't know if that's gonna happen. Because I need to find a new job. Because I don't know how long my current job is gonna last. Because it's like a temp. It's like a seasonal temp thing. So if that ends, I can't do shit. I just have to stop everything I'm doing and I had to get another job, and yeah, I should have stayed at Amazon. They were offering me like an extra 3 months. Yeah, it does suck. Well, actually, the fucked up thing is I got laid off in June last year. It was a job I was working at for like 11 years straight. If I hadn't got laid off from them, it would have been fine. I'm hoping my current job lasts because I kind of like it. It's not a bad job. Yeah, oof, the Roblox, oof. Right, we're gonna go back to base color, and I forgot to do the nails. I'm actually gonna cheat because the way I modeled it, I could just select them. Actually, I think that's wrong. Yeah, there we go. I mean, I liked the job. It wasn't like I was like a semi full time because it was technically seasonal as well. I was a contractor, so like I didn't have any leverage or say in that decision because it was a hire at will kind of contract. They offered to make me a full-time employee, but I didn't want to do that because I had other aspirations. But then they shut down, so probably wouldn't have mattered either way. I'm going to use the pink color down here. If I hadn't gotten laid off, that would have made my life a lot simpler, that's for sure. I will say though, like the good news is, if the job lasts, the current job I have now, if that lasts until April, May, I think I'll be fine because I got a bunch of trading cards I'm gonna sell, and then that should hold me over, and then I might be able to finish the game this year. If not this year, probably next year because. Hopefully I'll have another job if the worst case scenario happens. See, I did the math. I actually don't need, because I got roommates, I don't need like a bunch of money. I could totally live frugally for the sake of getting the game done, which was the plan. That's why I quit Amazon. I should have stayed because I would have been more financially stable, but I took a gamble because I want to get this damn game done. Yeah, exactly. I'll definitely if Amazon starts hiring again, I'll probably jump back onto that just to be on the safe side. All right, this is looking pretty good. Just gonna finish the tail, the face, the belt, and the armor. And this character is actually, I got permission. This is actually based off of somebody else's concept, or not concept art. This is based off of somebody else's drawing. Um, it's not like a exact match. There's some differences. Um, so I'm gonna actually, hang on, I'm gonna do a shout out to them real quick. I've mentioned it before in one of my other gaming streams, but I feel like I should right now would be the most important time to mention it. I just gotta find out where that's at on my DeviantArt. And it's not showing me anything. Where is my message history? Archives. Messages. Did it delete all my messages? What the hell, DeviantArt? You douche. What the hell? Actually, I got a post. I'll just go there because I made a post in DeviantArt. Unless I took it down. I might have taken it down because I scrapped it. Hello? Meow. Thank you. I might have scrapped it because originally it was going to be for a Risk Rain 2 mod. I might have just taken it down because it was like, yeah, I'm not doing that anymore. I think it did. I did. I'm not seeing it. Shit. God damn it. No, I know what their user icon looks like. Texture still in there. Son of a bitch, why is my chat history gone? I'll just look it up. Ugh, my neck. Yeah, I have like I just kind of just do things. I don't really plan stuff out unless it's like a problem that I need to fix, like in the project sense. Everything outside of the goal, I kind of just like forget a bunch of things. Yeah, I'm trying to find this damn artist, give him a shout out. Oh my god, there's a lot of butts. There's too many. There's a lot of butts on this website. You'll see. I mean, once I find it, you can see the similarities between the characters. I deleted my inbox. All my messages are gone. It's crazy. Hang on. I might still have the reference image. It might have their stuff on it. This is bullcrap. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. No, it's not there. Ow. That's reference. Here we go. Stop it. Assets. There it is. There we go. Ah, shit. They did not sign it. Well, I don't feel comfortable if they don't have their signature on it. I don't feel comfortable putting it on stream. So I'm gonna look it up. I'm just gonna do an image search and then look up their username. Should be able to find. Here we go. Ah, that's it. I found it. Yay! Oh, I can't breathe. What the fuck? Go away. There's an ad. Leave me alone. Striga? Striga? So I was gonna make a Risk of Rain 2 mod of a particular IP. I won't say what IP because fuck them. I hate them. It pissed me off. I was gonna make a mod for that game, Risk of Rain 2, with this particular reference image. Mine's very similar, but not quite the same. There's some differences. It's weird. But you could definitely tell. You could see the similarities. I used it as a reference. But yeah. Anyway, shout out to Striga. They're really cool. I asked for permission. They said yeah. Even though all that evidence is gone, DeviantArt deleted it all. Fucking jerks. But yeah, that's the person who made it. The reference image, I should say. I made the model, but they drew the character. Oh, well, I just shout out their name. I don't want because of AI. I don't know. I don't feel too comfortable showing that on stream. I don't know. I feel stupid. I don't know if I should or not. With that, like, if AI hadn't been such a giant phenomenon, I wouldn't have questioned it. I'd be like, hey, here's the artist, here's their cool image. Uh, but now I don't know. I'm like second guessing myself. I'll message the artist the next time I do, before I do my next stream, my next art stream. I'll message them and I'll be like, hey, do you want me to put it on stream? It is. It's crazy. AI is crazy. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. You have a good day, night. I don't know what time zone you're in, but you have whatever time zone you're in is well. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, it should be fine. There we go. Belts are done. Skin is done. Fingers are done. Hooves are done. Everything's done except this. Damn, hour and 10 minutes? Holy shit. I do need to pee. I'm almost done with the armor. I just do the armor. Fucking chip the hair. I want no texture on the hair. We're going Risk of Rain 2 style with the hair. It's just gonna be fucking solid color, no texture. It's gonna be floppy. It's gonna be great. I might make the hair a separate object and put like a shiny not filter, shiny material on it, just to make it stand out more. Or cell shaded hair, I don't know. For the sake of style. Also shit, my overlay's gone. There we go. Save images. Save all images. I definitely need to message Striga again. Oh, this is awkward. Now, they won't let me message them. That's weird. Are they on DeviantArt now? They might have left DeviantArt. Entirely possible. Yeah, holy shit, no wonder the messages are gone. I'm not seeing them on here. Maybe it was on Fur Affinity, and I just thought it was on DeviantArt. I don't even know now. What would it be? Work? Art. Alright. I better leave that up. That's like a reminder note. There, now we get back to painting. I can't see my paint there. I need to model the other part of this. I gotta figure out how I do that. Because then in the armor reference, it's got like a big fat belt. I just got like a little basic belt. And the chest piece is about this size. It's just this is the wrong shape. You know what I'll do is I'll just finish this armor as it is. I'll just paint it as it is, and I'll go in and just make a separate piece of mesh and just kind of like squish it in there somewhere. Because it doesn't have to be like part of the actual thing. I think what I really need to do is just change the shape. Take these, the breast part of the armor and just like move it to the side, and then I would get the same shape. I could probably just do that right now, actually. I gotta be careful though. So like this part right here. Bring that out to the side more. Maybe rotate it. And then the this part down here, let's lower it. Make it more like that. That's kind of that circle shape. Oh, you know, now that I think about it, it actually goes out. My brain's too focused on the circles. It actually goes out like this. Like that. Yeah. Like that. I have no clue what the back of this looks like. The back is a bit basic. I'm gonna change this. Make this look cooler. Just down to there. That. And then I can take this. Cool thing is this is already weight painted, so I actually don't have to redo anything. It will just magically work. You can totally do that as long as you don't. So if you edit your mesh that's already weight painted and rigged, don't modify past the bones weighted area. If the mesh goes past a certain point, you're going to have problems. But if it stays within the range of the bone, you won't notice anything. There you go. That looks cool. We'll go with that. What would this look like? That looks good. Alright, let's go back to texture paint. Yeah. That looks a little better. We'll go with that. What else do I need? I definitely need to make like an arm strap for the gun. What's going on with my... It's like got wiggly lines. What the hell? Yeah, everything's blurry. What's going on? I better go back here and go back down. It's still blurry. What's going on? What the hell? Why is my texture paint jiggling? Look at it. It's jiggling. That's weird. I don't know what the hell I'm looking at. It's like the AA turned off or something. The Jaggies are crazy. I don't know what happened. Oh shit! It just crashed. I thought something was odd. What the fuck? Good thing I saved. I think. Oh, the googly jaggies are good. Did I not save my all that work I just did? Doesn't look like it. Oh my god, hang on everybody. I'm trying to fix this. Did not save my damn texture work? No! God damn it! I gotta do that all over again? What the hell happened? Ah, fucking Blender, you fucking dick. Well, at least I got the fingers, I guess. Ah! Always don't forget to save your shit, everybody, because Blender's fucking stupid. Yeah, I gotta do the hands again. This don't make any sense. I thought I did. This makes no sense. The belt's fucked up. Everything's fucked up. I better go to the texture node. Something don't seem right. I'm gonna go ahead and save this. I'm gonna close this out. Sure, save that too. I'm gonna take this file, I'm gonna remove it, and I want to see if it errors. Okay, so it's grabbing something else. It's not grabbing my texture. Or is it? I don't know. I just saved it. I don't know where the hell it's getting this file from. Where is this file? So I just took it out of layers. I just looked at this one. This doesn't have nothing in it. Open with paint.net. Something's wrong with my file structure here. It's picking up something. I don't know what's picking up. Yeah, this is the wrong multiplier. This is not. I just deleted it. So what I'm gonna do is because clearly it's bugged. I don't know what the fuck is going on. I gotta save this image. I need to save it somewhere. I need to save it in the correct folder. Save as multiply. Save. There. Now I have the exact location. I want to test it to. So I was doing some folder restructuring, and I clearly fucked something up. Where are the dots? So the dots are right there. I'm going to go ahead and smear these, and I'm going to save it to make sure it saved it. I'm just going to do the whole arm, finish it. Oh, you guys can't see. Is it? Yeah, that's it. So right now in the texture file on the hard drive, it has an unsmeared arm. The arm has not been smeared. I see the dots on it. So, also looks like it's about to crash again. No, it's fine. It only does that when I hold shift for some reason. So where'd my overlay go? What is going on? There's me overlay. What's this? Alright, overlay's back. No, that's web browser. Ugh. What the fuck is going on? There we go. Okay, it's working. Holy shit. Man, one thing's another with this kind of shit. Ugh. One thing I hate about art is redoing shit unless I'm doing it on my own terms. Like I want to redo it because I want to redo it. Like right now, I hate redoing it because it like glitched and it didn't save. That is a really shitty feeling. And it clearly something was wrong with my file structure because I swore I saved it. I don't know where that file is. I don't feel like trying to find it. I'm like, we're on stream. By the time I find the right file, I could have just repainted it. So I'm just not gonna worry about it. That's whatever. Kind of annoying. 'Cause I already did this. Can't do it again. was clearly bound to some other file, I think. Alright. I'm going to go ahead and save this. File, save, and then go to here, image, save image. So now if I open this up, it should be smeared. It is not smeared. I still see the dots. Was I looking at the wrong thing? I think I was looking at the wrong thing, because I see brown paint in there. It's not supposed to be in there. Shit! Alright, I'm looking at the wrong thing. Hang on. I'm going to put a dot here. What? Great. I'm going to put a dot there. Save. Save. And then go here. Let's see if I can find that dot. There's the dot. Okay, I see the dot now. I'm pretty sure. Go here. Smear the dot. Save. Save. Where's the dot? Okay, the dot's gone. Alright, we got it. Alright. Apparently Windows, if you open image up in Windows, it just has, it has a previous preview in RAM. It actually doesn't update in real time, which is lame. No, I don't want to archive. What are you doing? Stop it. Jesus Christ. Ugh, that was annoying. Really annoying. Fix this shit. Alright, that's done. Right. Some paint on this bitch. I'm in the multiply layer. Cool. It's okay, it doesn't have to be exact. I'm going to be smearing it anyway. There. This is all set up, not done. Yeah, somewhere on my computer, there is a file somewhere. Because I did the fur first, and I added this second, the hoof thing. So something's fucked up. I got the wrong file somewhere. I don't know where it went, but it went somewhere. And Blender was able to find it. I don't know how I did that. Here, let's start where we left off. Well, with this particular backup, I guess. I don't know what this is. I guess it's like a backup, which is weird, because this had like over half. I must have just forgot to save, because this still has the decisions I made earlier on it, which is weird. It must just either it failed to save or I forgot to save. One or the other. Probably gonna have to we'll do the face next stream because that's gonna take a while because I am very picky about the eyes. The eyes gotta be really perfect. They gotta be like satisfactory for me. Like if they're not, if I don't like them, I gotta redo it, kind of thing. We're gonna go to erase. Okay, then I'm gonna go to base color, soft. There. And the belt. This is a little too short. Here, let's get this fur. Again. I need to make a habit of once I finish a section, so I'm going to finish this mini pad. So that's the whole leg is done. I'm going to go ahead and hit save on the image. And the file, just look at it. Now I can start in the leg. Oh my god, I freaking love layers and filters are just the greatest invention ever. Oh, definitely need more paint down here. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna cut it. There we go. That will do. That will do. To be honest with you, I think the previous paint job was better, but I can't spend the thing. I'm a one-person designer here. I don't have time to nitpick everything. I'm just gonna make it and go move on. That's why it's gonna be a small game with just 3 levels. There's gonna be RNG though. Level 2 specifically is not always the same. So you get your replay value. If I have time, I'll definitely make like more content for the game. That looks cute. That looks like a fluffy tail. Arms are done. So I'm gonna save again. Hang on, where is there like an image option down here? I got my overlay is in the lay. I'm going to swap areas like this. There. Save all images. Yeah, make sure you get your file structure correct, because god dang, this will punish you so bad. So this is like the 3rd or 4th time I repainted this. There we go. Images. Now I can work on the iron. And we got 15 minutes left. Should be enough time to do this. That kind of effect on it. And then put some weathering on it as well. So I guess we just put some dots here. Here. Some dots here. Some UV issues here, but I'm not too worried about that. It's not a big deal. That doesn't have to be perfect. My brush size is a little too big for this. I probably should use a smaller brush. I thought there was a overlay for this. Isn't there like a wireframe overlay? Yeah, there is. Went the hard way. This will make it look more like a strap. These gaps in here, like an armored strap. And then take the wireframe off. Oops. Whatever's going on here, I'm going to accentuate that. I don't know what's up with that. Here, make this darker. It's too faint. I want it to be dark. I'm going to be using the smear. It's okay to like do it like sloppy. You don't have to like get perfect lines because I'm going to be using the smear brush. I don't want it to have perfect lines anyway. Yeah, maybe for like a texture. I mean, it's on use case. It's a use case by use case kind of thing. Like if you're doing like hyper professional, crazy shit, yeah, you're probably gonna want to do your like perfect lines and shit. I personally don't like perfect lines because it's just, unless it's like a machine manufacturing kind of thing. I try to avoid that. Oops, don't want to do that. Big brush. Everything else I'm just gonna blur. And for this, I don't want any kind of detail. I just want shading. Oof. That did not line up at all. What the frick? Ah, it didn't line up at all. I told you there was something wrong with the mirror. The mirror is not perfect. There's something off about it. I'm not sure what. I gotta fix that. That's pretty screwed up. This. I don't have to get rid of all of it. I'll just get rid of the mistakes. That one's fine. This is screwed up. keep hitting D. That's probably not a good thing. You know, if your mirror is, like I said, I made a mistake. You should really be painting and with a mirror modifier, and your UVs are mirrored. I just like, I like fully expand. I like my UVs to be fully expand. It makes for a worser workflow, though. The mirrored UVs is a better workflow. It's a lot easier to deal with. But it's the mirror. If you use the mirror workflow, you're relying on your seams more. Your seam work is going to be more important because you have to hide them a lot better if you're doing it that way. Or at the very least, make sure your islands are close enough that it's not an issue. Okay, so now, turn this back on, go back to the smear brush. Turn off the wireframe. Just start smearing this. I actually forgot to do some stuff right here. Give it some more texture. It's too bare, too blank. It needs some dirt. So I'm going for a similar style like Risk of Rain. I don't want super heavy like detail and stuff. I just kind of want it kind of basic, I guess. This is being difficult right here. There we go. Alright. And this area almost done with the armor. I'll do the final blur tomorrow when I work on the face, like when I finish the face. Part of the face is already done. I'm going to try to migrate it from the old face to this one. Just like kind of copy it onto the texture. I'm not sure how I'm going to do that. There we go. That looks a lot better than what it was. It was looking a bit too basic. Because I'm not going to be using crazy shaders, like not on everything anyways, maybe a couple things. Like how I mentioned the hair earlier, stuff like that. I'm going to turn the mirror off for this, just in case. I don't want no errors on this part. Actually, we're going to go ahead and save. Save all images. I'm beginning to think I just forgot to save that. Or I closed it out. I might have just closed it. Just forgot to save it. Probably. That needs to be recolored. There we go. Back to multiply. Alright. Oops. I go in here. I'm actually going to make this darker. And I'm going to make this smaller. Is there a line tool? I feel like there's a line tool. Damn it. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to do it manually. Oof. Damn it. Oh, phew. I'm using a mouse. I'll take it. Perfect. It's not, I mean, well, you know, it's not perfect, but that'll do. Now, this shit in between the plates. And just smear that out. I have a very messy method, but I like it this way. I need to make this bigger. It's not smearing strong enough. actually lower this to 45. Oh, what's up, dude? I kind of messed it up a little bit. There we go. This. Just looking for areas that have a little too high contrast, and I'm just trying to blend them out. Alright, there's an issue here. I did not see. Get rid of this. So when I start the face, I don't want to have to do anything else. I just want to do the face, blur out all the jaggies, and then be done with it. I didn't save the horns either. I fixed the horns like 5,000 times. It keeps doing that. I don't know why. So I gotta open this back up. I gotta go to base colors. Paint mode. Yeah, these horns keep getting screwed up. I don't know how. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna hit save as base colors just to make sure. There's just little speckles. I don't know what's causing it. It's really annoying. There. That's fixed again. Alright, so all that's left is the face, the eyes, the mouth. Try and speed that up. Tomorrow takes to have a little shortcut from the old texture. Clean up the jaggies. That's probably like 2 hours now, isn't it? Yeah, 2 hours, 6 minutes. So I'll go ahead and end